All right, Dana, something happened in this main event. You wanted Frankie Edgar to drop down to 145 pounds. For the longest time, he is finally there. But what do you anticipate now that he's taking on a fellow pound-for-pound fighter in Jose Aldo Jr.?
Yeah, it's a very, very tough fight. I've been calling it a super fight, a fight that should have happened a long time ago, but here we are. Frankie's tough. He's durable. My question is, with Frankie at 145, will he be as fast as he was? You know, one of the things that he did at 55 pounds was he's a lot faster than all those other guys. Will he be that fast at his right weight?
You know, from a boxing background, do you think he'll be faster being down at that weight class?
That's what I'm not sure. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see because you know, Aldo's a beast. You know, not only is he super talented and fast in his own right, but he's got knockout power with every limb on his body. He can knock you out with both hands, both elbows, both knees, both feet. I mean, he's a threat anywhere the fight goes.
Let's talk about the co-main event for a second. We're talking about Rashad Evans and
I think, you know, I didn't mean to interrupt. One of the things that I think is going to be a big determining factor in this fight are leg kicks. Jose Aldo's leg kicks are nasty, and Frankie depends on a lot of movement and wrestling, and I think if Jose starts chopping those legs like he did Uriah Faber, that's going to be a big problem.
Okay, let's move on to the co-main event for a second. Rashad Evans and Nogueira getting ready to battle it out. A lot of us already overlooking Nogueira and talking about this maybe potential of Evans dropping down to 185 and facing Silva. Is that a fight that'll happen in the future, and do you think Evans will do better down at 185 even though he's doing so well at 205?
No, that's a good point. And just to clarify, I am not overlooking Nogueira. Nogueira is a tough guy. He's got great wrestling. He's got great stand-up. But Rashad is fast, he's explosive, and if Rashad wins and he thinks he could make 185, we're interested in talking about him and Anderson Silva.
You almost lost your ear earlier today on the stage when Bigfoot Silva and Alistair Overeem squared up. That was extremely awkward, and I saw your face went red, and your ear was like, help, help, help. What was going through your mind there?
That was awesome, but, you know, it always gets – I love stare downs, man. I love weigh-ins. I love stare downs. I love the fights. My goosebumps had goosebumps when that happened today. You know, I didn't expect that. I didn't know there was any tension between these two guys. And Silva kept getting closer and closer, and their faces were almost touching. And then I could tell that Alistair was getting irritated that he was getting so I started trying to push them apart, and they wouldn't move. And so Silva said, "You better start showing me some respect. You better show me some respect." And Alistair said, "I'm going to destroy you."
And speaking of respect, we'll close off this interview. You made a comment during the media scrum, and because we're on Sportsnet, you need to be careful. We're the Blue Jays broadcast partner. You said the Red Sox were in first, the Blue Jays were in last. You got to correct yourself, sir.
Listen, I take my digs wherever I can get them. You know, I got all these Toronto guys. When the Patriots are playing, I got all the Buffalo guys coming after me. When the Blue Jays are playing, I got all the Red Sox. So when I was talking about the rankings, and I said, like when you look in the paper every day and you see the Red Sox are number one, and it's actually probably going to be the other way around this season. But you know, I had to throw my dig in there.
Frank and I have been talking about Super Bowl. Obviously, it's a super fight weekend, but the Super Bowl is going on Sunday. Patriots aren't in there. Ray Lewis, is he going to win his final Super Bowl, or San Fran is going to walk all over this team?
I think San Francisco is going to win, but I would love to see Ray Lewis I'd love to see him get another. Imagine. Here's my question. I have a question. Let's say Ray Lewis and those guys win the Super Bowl. Let's say they beat him by 10 points. Does Ray Lewis retire?
Walk away on top.
You could go away on top, but you could repeat. You know, maybe they could come back and win it again next year, because there's no doubt the Ravens have been talked about since the beginning of the season that they could, you know, make it to the Super Bowl. They end up doing it. I mean, does Ray Lewis really leave if they win a Super Bowl?
Message from Dana White to Ray Lewis, but the main concentration for us is Saturday night, UFC 156, Mandalay Bay super fight in the main event.